center, baby. Woo! Travis Thomas here with the walking, talking triple-double. I'm going to make that a theme song. Ante Campbell balled out at UTEP, balled out at Fresno State. Division I, holla if you hear me. How you doing, Tay?
I'm doing good, Tutis. It was a fantastic weekend that I had. And I'm actually excited because I got to watch a little WNBA over the weekend.
All right.
We got to see Caitlin Clark get her first triple-double in the WNBA, which is the first one for a WNBA rookie. So shout out to her for that. Angel Reese is out here hitting threes on Friday night. She hit a couple of threes, 2 for 2 from 3. And then the Sun on Sunday won against the Atlanta Dream and now have a chance on Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Mohegan Sun Arena against the New York Liberty to take over first place in the WNBA. So I'm super excited about WNBA action around the league this weekend.
What's up, dog? Should we go to the game? What's up, bro? Should we go to the game,
bro? Might have to pull up.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show. We got to go.
We might.
All right. Let's bring Ante back later on in this program. I want to start here and really pick up where we left off with the Celtics sale. So remember, I told you, I think this is an inside job. I told you back when this was announced, when Wick said, I'm selling the team, on the same day that he passed out damn near $500 million in contracts to Jason Tatum, Derek White, some role players. He's passing out money, right? Like candy. And then he announces, I'm selling. And I don't think that was a coinky dink. I actually think this franchise is Wick's baby. He's going to want to do this the right way. He doesn't want, although he could probably get more money doing this, I don't believe he wants to go to market and have just highest bidder type situation with his baby. I think it's going to be in-house. And I told you from the beginning, I thought Steve Paliuca, who's a current co-owner, who had came out and said, hey, I'm going to be involved in this situation. Let me tell you, I'm going to try to get my hands on Wick's shares here. I believe that that's what's going to happen. Well, looky. I'm holding up the current odds for the Celtics, the next Celtics owner, and Vegas never lies. They always get this stuff right. And even just the odds tell the story. I'll give you the favorites here. So Steve Paliuca, who I said, current co-owner, and he's one of the favorites actually at 3-1 right now. So I, just for the record, I think he's going to be the guy. But the betting favorite is Larry Ellison at 2-1. Now, he's made billions and billions and billions from Oracle. But remember, this guy, over the last decade, we'll call it, has been linked to every sports league ever. Like anyone getting a team, an expansion team, this team's moving, his name's been linked to all this stuff. And he has been a part of some of the bids. He just hasn't got it done. But he's just been linked. Whenever there's an opening for a new franchise, his name's always in it. Doesn't mean he's going to get it, but he's a betting favorite. Abigail Johnson is one that I have my eye on as well. She's at 4-1. I don't hate that bet. She's a local. She's made her money from owning Fidelity. Her family owns it. I also think it would be powerful for the Celtics to have a woman in that position. I think that would be fantastic. I imagine with her local roots, it has an added meaning to owning the Celtics. I mean, that's already such a privilege, but for someone who's local really understands that. So I would like, that'd be a good look for the NBA as well. I like that at 4-1, even though I'm still leaning Paliuca. And then you get the longer odds, which are just fun, right? Tom Brady, 25-1. I mean, come on. Mark Wahlberg at 40-1. I still haven't been to a Wahlburgers. Is that a thing? Has anyone done that? Message me if so. I haven't been to a Wahlburgers. But Mark Wahlberg at 40-1, Tom Brady 25-1. These things are not going to happen, but they're fun to talk about. In the end, I'm going to go with my gut here, my original feeling. Steve Paliuca, keep it in-house. That's going to be the guy there. All right, let's go from the best franchise of all time in the Boston Celtics to the second best in the Los Angeles Lakers. Believe it or not, I'm probably going to shock you here because I saw all the hate on Twitter. I was actually impressed with Bronny James's Summer League debut. I was. Now, I know he didn't shoot well. That's what everyone was saying. 4 points on 2 of 9 from the floor. It ain't great. But I tell you what I saw that I liked. He's a real lively, active defender. And obviously being in this league, his name being his name, a lot of people don't even think he belongs. Guys are going to go at him. And I saw an NBA defender. I feel like I saw that. He's much faster than I thought. He's a little more twitchy than I thought. I wasn't giving him enough credit athletically. But what I saw in his summer league debut, quite frankly, was athleticism. He does look like he belongs. He does look small, though, out there, doesn't he? When he's out there with those other players, he seems a little bit tiny to me. But I was impressed. I did feel like I was watching an NBA role player, which is, what he is. So I liked what I saw from Bronny, and obviously he'll get better as the summer league goes on. But I feel like he belongs, I'll be honest. And I didn't necessarily think that coming into that game. But I left, yes, obviously the offense has to improve. He's got to shoot better. I think he could probably be a little more aggressive offensively as well. But I liked what I saw defensively, and I just felt like he fit in. He felt like part of the game. He was going with the flow of the game, and he looks like a real defender to me. Now, the team he went against in his summer league debut, the Sacramento Kings, I love what they just did with their offseason. In fact, you look at the facts here. The West just keeps getting better and better overall. The Sacramento Kings, now there were rumors that the Lakers were trying to get DeMar DeRozan. We know he's from L.A., him and LeBron are friendly, but in the end, it was the Kings that pulled this off. 3-team deal. Now, all of a sudden, I think the Kings have a bona fide big three. Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and DeRozan. Now, DeRozan at this stage of his career is likely the third leg in that big three. And I think he's cool with that. But I do believe that the Kings now have a bona fide, solid big three. I'm punching that word solid here because I'm going somewhere with this. I think in the Western Conference, it continues to get better. It's just deep as all hell. The East is very good, but it's top heavy. Obviously, the Celtics, the 76ers, I love what they've done. The Bucks are still there. Giannis, you have Giannis and Dame, you're going to be in good shape, right? But it's just a top-heavy Eastern Conference. Out West, it is deep. It's as deep as the abyss. And now the Kings, I think with a solid big three, realistically, I think the Kings are in the middle of the pack, probably closer to the top of the middle of the pack, but the middle of the pack nonetheless in that Western Conference. I do. And I say solid big three because I think to get out of the West, you have to be dynamic. I don't know if this three is dynamic enough. Fox, Sabonis, and now DeRozan are a very solid big three. Now, if De'Aaron Fox, I don't know how you feel, but I've been kind of waiting for him to take that next step. There's got to be one more level to your game, right? And it hasn't happened now for a few seasons where I've been waiting for it and it hasn't quite happened. So I'm starting to think, is this his ceiling that we're living? Is he in his prime right now? He's as good as he's going to get. If that's the case, then this is a solid big three, as I said. Fox, Sabonis, DeRozan. Cool. I don't think you get out of the West with it. If De'Aaron Fox finally takes that next step and he does level up, which I think is in there. He hasn't done it, but I think it's there. Then they could be dynamic because he elevates his game. Sabonis and DeRozan are beautiful ancillary pieces, stars in their own right. Then the Kings could go next level. But I don't know. I'm holding out hope that De'Aaron Fox has that next level, but I haven't seen him tap into it. I haven't seen flashes of it enough to feel confident with that. So I'm just going to stay with Kings. Solid big three, middle of the pack, 4 or 5 seed maybe somewhere out west. But in order to get out of the West and in order to even have a shot at beating the champs in the C's, you got to be dynamic. For that, I'll still take the Nuggets, the dynamic Mavericks now, adding Klay Thompson, the Thunder, youngest number 1 seed in the history of the game, only going to get better, having a very good offseason as well. That's dynamic. And the Timberwolves, dynamic. All 4 of those teams I named are dynamic in their own rights. I think the Kings are probably that next step. So I just named 4 teams, right? So that would put the Kings right where I said, that 4 or 5 seed in the West. I don't believe they're going to get out of it, but that is one tough team, and I love that solid big 3. All right, let's bring them back. Let's see what Ante says about all my rants here. The Celtics ownership, the Kings. How about Bronny? What'd you think about your boy Bronny in his summer league debut?
I'll get to Bronny in a second, but I kind of wanted to talk to you about the Kings just because you say middle of the pack, 4 or 5 seed, and I'm pulling up the standings as you were talking, obviously, just to kind of look at it. We know OKC is going to be back, right?
Yes.
The Nuggets, they did get a little bit worse, but we assume that they're going to be back to being the top team in the league, right?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Minnesota's got the same team returning; they'll be back.
Yep.
And then Dallas, they got Clay. We'll see how that marriage goes, but they were in the 5 seed; they'll be back. We know the Clippers got worse, so I'm not worried about them.
Right
now. So that puts the 5 seed as the seed that's kind of available. Do you think they're better than the Pels? I know you were really high on the Pels.
I think they're right there. I think if you told me either one of those, in fact, if you told me that's a 4 or 5 matchup, I wouldn't be shocked. I think they're right there.
Okay. All right. I can see that. I think the Pels probably still have a little bit of the edge over them. As we see currently constructed, we'll see what happens with Brandon Ingram. But I like that. And then I wanted to talk to you about Bronny's debut. Now, I knew you were going to say, we'll see what Ante has to say about it, because I was going to have something to say about it.
Of course. Everyone's been hating on it. I liked listen, it wasn't great, but I think I was looking to see, does he even belong on the floor? And I felt like he did.
Let me start with this. Let me give a little sugar before I give a little salt.
Here we go.
So what I did love about watching Bronny play, and what I love watching him play when I watch him play during the combine and all of that stuff, is he understands spacing. So that's rule number 1. A lot of young guys, especially 19-year-olds like himself, do not understand how to space the floor in order to create shots for themselves.
Okay, all right.
He generates a lot of quality looks because he understands how to play good basketball and how to play off of his teammates. So I love that about his game.
Okay.
His defensive attitude and his energy on defense, like you said, I love that as well.
Yeah.
But, dude, this was the Kings' second team in the summer league. You're 2 for 9. Getting quality looks.
He did.
And he got quality looks in the combine. In game 1, he was terrible there.
Right.
In game 2, he was decent in the combine. So I think he's going to continue to get better. I don't think that the shot making is a thing that is going to be hard for him to complete. He'll learn as he continues to play in NBA size arenas, which is a different time. It didn't take him that long.
It took his dad a while.
But I don't want to get too excited about it just yet, just because, all right, eventually he's got to start making these shots, right?
Yes.
He gets a lot of looks. It looks pretty and all of this stuff, and he has touch, but they didn't go in college, you know what I mean? And we'll give some, leniency to the issues that he had with his health, but eventually they got to start going in, because we know his dad isn't one of those dudes who gives guys a lot of leniency or a long leash when it comes to making shots.
It's worse when it's your dad too, right? I know I'm hard as hell on my kids on purpose. I just think, look, it did take his dad a while. You're thinking of scoring. I'm talking about pure shooting. It took LeBron a long time to really get that. And in this case, here's a reality for Bronny. You're going to be a role player for your whole career. What do role players do? They play great defense, and they hit clutch, tough shots.
Yeah.
So, bruh, this is your calling card. This is your bread and butter, bro.
Yeah.
You got to play defense forever and ever, amen. And you must be able to knock down open shots and contested shots as well. And if you do that, you will have a long, prosperous career. If he cannot do that, he's still going to have a long career because of his name, but it will not be prosperous.
Yeah, that is 100% true. You're right about that. But all right, I want to play a game. I always come in with a game or an activity for us to do. So I'm bringing back Win in 7, Travis.
So this is I get 7 guesses.
Yep.
And then it's a damn silhouette that never works, right?
Yep. So you get 7 guesses.
All right.
7 questions that you get to ask me. I'll tell you yes or no, or answer it for you. And then obviously you get a silhouette on the 7th question, and then the final guess after you get the silhouette.
I'm so bad at this.
You got it. You got it. All right.
All right. Is this a current or past NBA player?
This is a current player.
Current player.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Is this player current team the East or Western Conference team?
This current team is a Western Conference team.
Okay.
Western
so
Conference.
We got a West Sider resider.
Yep.
All right. What position does this player play?
I would say small forward.
So he's a wing. Huh?
He plays a little bit of power forward as well, but I would classify him as a small forward.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I got a wing on a Western Conference team. It's not much help. Was this player an all-star?
This player was never an all-star.
Never. Okay. So we have an unheralded wing
Yep.
in the West. Boy, that makes it harder.
Yes, it does.
Jeez. Was his team a playoff team? His Western Conference team?
The last team.
Wait. So this is a journeyman.
The team that this dude played for in the 2023 season, I do not believe was a playoff team. They were a play-in team.
How many questions have I asked?
That was question number 5.
Is this guy a journeyman? Question 6.
What would you consider to be a journeyman? And then I can answer that question. How many teams?
More than 3 teams.
Yes, they officially are now part of more than 3 teams. So, yes, a journeyman.
Okay, so this player is not currently on this Western Conference team?
No, they're not. Not on the team that missed the playoffs.
Okay. I'd like to solve the puzzle. Can I see the silhouette?
Wait, you got one more question,
I do?
Travis. You're over here trying to cheat.
Okay, all right. This'll go into my guess of who I think it is.
Okay.
Did this player play for? Oh no, wait. No, I might be wrong about this. I just want to solve.
No, don't solve. Just
I
ask a clarifying question about the player you're thinking of, please.
Okay, hold on, because this isn't matching up now for
Okay.
my guess. I don't think. Oh yeah, it is. All right. I'm back.
Okay.
All right. I think I know who this is.
Okay.
How many more questions? I get one
You
more.
get one more, and then we'll give you the silhouette.
This player played for the team I was talking about in this show.
Yes, he did.
I like to solve the G-damn puzzle. Can I
Okay.
see the silhouette?
Yep, there's the silhouette.
That matches up.
Okay.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Yes.
Who is Harrison Barnes?
Yes, sir. Let's go, Travis.
You know,
let's
what gave
go,
it away?
Travis.
The journeyman. Sort of, you were dancing around it, but when you said like he's been on a couple teams, and it was Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes.
All right, so listen, I always liked his game.
Yep.
That's a guy. Bronny needs to call him, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Role player for life, made plenty of money. Like that's a great career right there.
It is. So I got to ask you this now. Obviously, for those who don't know, Harrison Barnes is a part of that DeMar DeRozan trade.
Yes.
That was a big deal over the weekend, and now he's being actually sent to the San Antonio Spurs. So I want to know,
right?
Does this deal make the Spurs a threat of making the playoffs possibly?
No.
In the West?
No.
Play in?
The Spurs stink.
Play in?
They're going to stink for another year. What's going to happen, though, I think, as I look into this bald head crystal ball of mine, I think they're going to stink one more year.
Yeah.
But you're going to see what you saw this year. You're going to see flashes from other players this time. We know Wemby is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you're going to see Castle. You're going to see some of these young kids make some flashy plays here and sort of show you what the future could look like.
Okay.
Then you ready for this one? They will finally fire Pop. That's going to be...
What's your smoke with Pop?
I can't stand him.
I know.
They're going to finally fire Pop When they fire him, they will bring in. You can't have a nobody coach the Spurs. Like, that's a big job.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring in a big name coach, whoever it is, and then the Spurs will have arrived. They'll have a big off season. They'll have a new coach. Bada bing, bada boom. The Spurs are back.
Okay. Well, I just need to know. All right. Since you hate Pop and we're talking about the West, I got to ask you about some other Western Conference teams, obviously.
Okay.
The California teams have been talked about, obviously, now with this deal with DeRozan and everything like that. So, give me your rankings of the four California teams. Like, who do you think is the best now, and who do you think is the worst?
Ooh. All right. I'll go 4-1 just to build
4-1. Okay, 4-1. I like
Listen,
that.
The worst by far is the Warriors. I'm sorry. I think they made horrible decisions along the way here.
Okay.
Going back to last offseason, I thought re-signing Draymond was a huge mistake and the beginning of the end of the dynasty. I thought you should have let Draymond walk. And you should have figured something out with Clay, because Clay can still catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Where Clay's not giving you anything anymore, and not that he ever was the most dynamic scorer you've ever seen, but he's not going to put the ball on the floor and go to the cup anymore. He certainly is not the defender he once was.
No.
But he could still catch and shoot. And I even thought them having Clay come off the bench made a lot of sense. So I thought Clay had a longer runway there in Golden State than Draymond did. I thought it was a mistake re-signing Draymond. I think you should have let Draymond hit the open market, go let some loser franchise like the Pistons or Wizards or somebody pay him, and then go see how much he actually stinks. Mm-hmm. And then you can rebuild an interior of a team a little bit easier. But instead, they paid Draymond.
Yeah.
Don't get it. And you let Clay walk. I think that's a mistake. And then remember, they bought in old, slow Cliff Paul. That was a mistake, too. So I think the Warriors are going nowhere fast. I think now, in a way, Steph Curry's kind of like LeBron at the end of a career, just selling tickets. Come see him play. But his team sucks. So I got the Warriors dead last. Mm. Then I'll go Clippers 3. I do think there's some momentum around them, having a new arena. Paul George is a great get for the 76ers.
Yeah.
But it's not some catastrophic loss for the Clippers, I don't think. What you need is Kawhi Leonard to just care. Just can you pretend to care?
Yeah.
Which he probably won't. But I do like the Clippers there. I like their coach. I like some of the roster. I think they'll be relevant. 2, I'm going to go Lakers. I just think, they're kind of running it back. I mean, you're the Lakers. You were the 7th seed last year in the playoffs. You could not beat those dynamic teams I was talking about to begin this fine program, like the Thunder or the Nuggets or the Magic or the Mavericks. You couldn't beat any of those teams. You're still not going to beat those teams. You're just not. But you are running it back, and you are a playoff team, and they'll be a playoff team again. And we'll see about J.J. Redick. I doubt that moves the needle.
Yep.
But I do think they're relevant. And you do have LeBron at the end of his career. Now you have Bronny. I mean, did you see how ESPN was just absolutely drooling all over this Bronny kid? I mean, anytime that's the whole reason I watched the damn Summer League, is because I kept getting all these alerts. Bronny James about to make his Summer League debut. Then I'm watching it. How about this? I get an alert. Bronny James takes the floor for the first time in his Summer League debut. I'm like, yeah, no Shaq, Sherlock. I'm watching. Bronny James has 4 points. I know! So, clearly, that's going to get all the shows, all the geniuses on that channel. They're going to be talking Bronny 24/7. Mm-hmm. So the Lakers are relevant, which is all they have going for them right now, because they ain't winning a damn thing. And then number 1, I'm going to Kings. I told you. And in fact, I'd like to rescind my comments. I trust the Kings' big 3 more than I do the Pelicans, honestly, Ante. And I love what the Pellies did. But, I mean, with the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram gets hurt. Zion, who the hell knows what you're getting there. I mean, Fox, Sabonis, DeRozan, they're available. They're professionals. Like, I don't get nonsense with them. I get consistency with all three of them, although I want more from De'Aaron Fox. Mm-hmm. But I do at least get a consistent baseline from him, Sabonis, and DeRozan. I think I like the Kings, man. I think out of the Cali teams, for my money, I'd bet on the Kings to be the top of that heap.
Okay, I'm going to roll 4-1 just like you. All right. So I'm going to start out with the city's best team and the second best team, like you said earlier in the show, in the NBA history. The Lakers.
Wow. At 4?
They're the worst team in California.
What?
This team didn't get better. That's just the honest truth. They have the exact same roster from last year.
Yeah.
They were, pretty bad besides the last stretch of the season.
Right.
New head coach, which I think is going to take time for them to figure out.
Yeah.
Bron and AD are probably going to be tired to start the season because they're playing with USA this summer.
Right.
I think that this team really it's kind of a disappointment. Like you see it on Twitter, just people being like, "Oh, we're getting LeBron is gonna get DeRozan and Paul George is coming and Clay is coming," and nobody wanted to come. And I think it's because this team is on their way down, and everybody sees it. They didn't get younger; they got older because they didn't get anybody else new.
Right.
We still don't know what's happening with that D'Lo situation.
Yep.
LeBron and AD clearly kind of don't want him to be there anymore. So the point guard situation, how old they're getting, their defense, it's all worrisome. So I'm putting them at the 4 spot. 3, I'm going with the other team from Los Angeles and the Los Angeles Clippers.
Okay.
I think you had them at 3 as well.
Yeah, I did.
And it's really just because of a lot of the same things that you said. But I do think losing Paul George for them was a huge loss, just because he happened to be their most consistent player throughout the season last year. The guy who was the most healthy, played the best basketball at the times that they needed them to play. When other guys didn't show up, for the most part, he was always there. Now, we know all 4 of those guys are inconsistent. Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and himself. But he was the most consistent in that play. So I think them losing him, obviously them trying to find a new partner for Westbrook as well, which they don't want him to be there in L.A. So I think their team is also on the way down. Then I will go the Warriors. I understand losing Clay was kind of a big deal, but they went and got one of the best shooters in the current NBA with Buddy Hield. That was a huge get for them. Donkey teeth, as you like, or what do you call them? Dolphin teeth. Dolphin teeth, as you like to call them. And then DeAnthony Melton, who, if healthy, can be a huge part of this team. Yeah. I think it's going to be a huge year for Kuminga, obviously, to kind of show his development. And hopefully Steve Kerr is ready to finally play some young guys. So I think they'll be in the 2nd spot. And then I agree with you. The Kings are the best team in California.
I like what the Kings are doing. By the way, I saw someone tweet that apples get nervous when Buddy Hield walks into the grocery store. You know them teeth.
Oh my God!
Mow down some apples.
That is too funny.
You put Buddy Hield in an apple farm, it is on and popping.
Oh man, that is too funny.
Or I wouldn't mind seeing him with corn on the cob. I feel like he's probably a monster with corn.
He probably eats the whole cob. He's the only person who can bite through it. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. I got to tell you. Listen, I'm no Denzel, so I love making fun of people because I can make fun of my damn self, too. Yeah. By the way, for all the latest and all things Boston sports and pop culture, check out Boston Has Entered the Chat. Tune in on Nesson's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure you follow us on all your social media accounts for all of our best content. Now, Tay.
Yeah.
I got the cookout popping on July 4th. And you know I was playing my music.
Wow.
And you know song 1, soon as I got that damn grill lit up, was Psst, I see dead people. Must on the beat. Oh, must on the beat. Hey, they not like us.
Yeah.
Then I saw that there was a music video for it that came out this weekend. Man, I rushed to YouTube to watch it, and it was just all right. It was all right. It wasn't, I wasn't really moved by it like that.
Oh, man, I liked it, though, because I got to see this guy as I'm pulling him up on the screen.
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
DeMar DeRozan.
That was cool.
Mr. Compton.
That was cool.
He's getting a lot of love in this episode, but he joined up with Kendrick for the music video, and it was just dope to see him there. Kendrick, I don't know, bro. Like you said, it was all
right.
I don't know, Travis. It was kind of like, you know what my favorite part of it was?
What?
At the end, when he's doing the song and he's like showing the credits or whatever, and the crowd is singing Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And then they're like, y'all want to do it again? And they're like, yeah. Like, bro, this song has been out for like 2 months now.
Yes.
And these people are still lit. Up for this song, because I remember when you first texted me being like, "Oh, you're missing out. You got to listen to this song."
You were out that night,
right?
And I told you when you get home, play this while you're still hype,
right?
Because it was made. My direct quote to you was, "This was made for you,
right?
Like this is for the West,
right?" And then you told me like that he had song of the summer, And I listened to it and I was like, "Oh, this is lit," but I was like, "Song of the summer, we still got another month till the summer starts."
Dog.
Nah, this song is taking over. And I saw a tweet like you were talking about, where Kendrick, I guess, was beating Drake's butt on Juneteenth and the 4th of July. He's taking over every holiday in the summer. Drake ain't getting no sleep.
But but if you think about it, that was Kendrick's attack in this beef anyway.
Yeah.
Black America and America in general. Yeah. Right? And so Juneteenth, check.
Right.
July 4th, check.
Right.
So it's a shot at Drake's Canadian, right? Like, nah, this is America. This is what we do. So listen, I can't wait for you to go back home next and then come back to Boston and tell me this. Because I wonder if this song, because I was around for California Love.
Yeah.
Okay? When that song comes on for anyone, you get hype.
Yep.
But I noticed in growing up, when that song came on to someone from California, they went to the next level.
Yeah.
I am curious to see if They Not Like Us is now sort of this I guess generation's version of California Love, because that's kind of what it feels like to me. Everyone loves a song, They Not Like Us.
Yeah.
But Cali specifically, it has become their anthem in the same way that when California Love came out with Pac.
Yeah. From what I've seen, the videos, every time it plays, like people are getting up. You know how people don't dance in clubs anymore?
Right.
People are dancing to this song in California. But I did want to ask you, did you see how Drake was looking at Michael Rubin's all-white party over the weekend?
He was looking terrible, dog. Like, he looks terrible.
He looked like he aged 20 years based off of this song.
Low-key, I kind of feel like it was a mistake to go to that party if you're Drake. And I understand. I also get like probably his mentality. Like, I'm not going to not live my life.
Yeah.
But maybe this year, bro, let's just sit it out. Like, let's relax for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, he almost needs to be out of the public eye. But again, I do also understand the mentality of like, no, if I'm out of the public eye, then I've lost even worse.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly lost the battle. And then if you disappear, it makes it look like you're running. So I kind of see both sides of it. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was Drake, I'm sitting this white party out. Like, this is for this year, I'm not showing up to that. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll send a gift, but I ain't going. But he looked terrible, Tay.
He did.
He looks like and by the way, conversely, Kendrick looks great.
Yeah, he does.
My favorite part of the video was him and his wife and their kids all just dancing. I mean, that's fantastic.
And there's a part where he called him a liar, too. And it's like, yeah, you lied about Whitney. I'm going to show you. Me and my kids, we having fun. I don't, whatever. So,
Although, Tay, hot take.
Oh.
Love They Not Like Us.
Yep.
You know that.
Yep.
Loved all the diss songs.
Yeah.
I think Euphoria is the best.
Ooh.
I really do. I think, and by the way, I think history's going to prove me right.
Yeah.
Like obviously They Not Like Us with album sales and all that stuff. But I think over time, people are going to be like, man, Euphoria was actually the best song in this entire thing.
Yeah, I love Euphoria, but I think I gotta go with what is it? Meet the Grams, just because.
Oh, come on, Tay.
I just love that gut wrench, and it was at midnight. Like I tell this to you every time, but just like it's like midnight, 12:30 in Boston, and I'm sitting there.
That was
Drake
scary.
drops the Return. You know what I mean?
Great song.
And he has a great song. But he just comes back and it's just like eerie vibes. Like,
I didn't like
like
it.
he just stabbed him in the chest.
It was
like
too much,
it was
bro.
it was so.
I listened to Meet the Grams one time and was like, I'm never listening to this song again. It was a great song, but it was just dark.
It was a have to be there type of moment. But all
Facts.
right. Drake lost, but another guy who doesn't lose is this dude, Kevin Garnett. So this prompted me to bring up this topic. But KG was out here talking about how he was killing dudes one-on-one, and he wants the guys to now play one-on-one. Look at this video, Travis. Look at him just going back and forth.
People forget how dynamic of a playmaker he was. He was ahead of his time. Yeah. In this NBA, like he was kind of Wemby-ish in a way.
Like, look, Jason Kidd, great defender.
Yeah.
He can't do anything with him. Like, crosses him up, got him moving. I think he's going to shoot the J right over him after this. But, like, damn.
Bro, one-on-one.
How do you guard that?
One-on-one, full-court basketball is diabolical.
Yeah.
And then you're just getting these fresh dudes off the bench, and you're just out there huffing and puffing.
Getting buckets. So it made me start thinking, all right, Travis, what do you think is the best player
for one-on-one?
One-on-one. Let's do a draft. I think you wanted me to take the first pick for this Team USA team.
Okay.
So just think about that, and I'm going to start off with the first pick. And you know I love to give my little rants whenever I take the first pick. I'm cooking up.
I hope you don't take who I want.
So I'm going to take the kid from Washington, D.C.
Hey.
Slimothy, Mr. Reaper. Fair. Kevin Wayne Durant with the first pick in this draft.
Respect. I don't hate that. I mean, one-on-one, it's tough to – what are you going to do with him? He can shoot over you. He can go by you. He will defend you. That's a really good pick.
Yep.
I'll go Anthony Edwards. I just think I think the mentality mixed with his athleticism, shooting worries me a bit in a one-on-one. But if you decide – look, I'm going to let this guy shoot. I can't have him go by me and dunk on my face and yell obscenities at me. If you give him the shot, I think he can knock that down if he gets hot. So I'll go Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards this high? Yeah, I don't even have him in my top 3, Travis.
You tripping.
I'm not. But all right, with the next pick, I'm going to take another wing that's dynamic. I love the two-way guys. KD, we know he can block shots. He can guard any of these guys. And he can do the same. So I don't hate that pick, but I'm gonna take Kawhi Leonard with the third pick in this draft.
I mean, Kawhi's typical, right? Like you just don't know. Is he even gonna care? Like he might get out there and be like, check
what
ball.
Is it? The braids?
Right? Like check ball, whatever. I mean, you could shoot it if you want. You want me to shoot it? Okay. I don't know. Oh, I lost. Oh, all right. Like, does he care? All right. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yep.
Man, I'm seeing Steph. I'm seeing Bron. I'm seeing Joel Embiid. Man, look here. Give me Jason Tatum, dog.
No.
He's 6'8".
No.
He's got an offensive bag.
No.
He can D you up.
No.
The only thing I don't know is like, kind of like Kawhi, like, will he get mad? Like, what happens if Tatum's trying to put a move on you, throw him a little elbow? Is he gonna be like, oh, that's a ball, man? Or is he gonna be like, hey, man, don't do that, and you do it again, and then next thing you know, you get an angry Jason Tatum. I kind of want an angry Jason Tatum in this one-on-one, but I like his I do like his offensive bag. I'm going Jason Tatum.
That's a horrible pick, and you know it's a horrible pick. That's way too early. Way too early. Like, one-on-one, mano-y-mano, you're going to take the guy that we've all sat here and looked at and thought to ourselves, oh, is he tough enough? Is he got that fiery instinct in him? And you're going to take him fourth with Team USA. One of the greatest Team USAs, I should say, too. And all these great players.
I got to get him mad somehow. Bro, I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Come on, bro.
I'm going to try to get him mad.
This is the easiest pick that I have next. With the fifth pick, I'm taking Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis can guard the guards.
Yeah.
He can guard the bigs. He can guard the forwards. One-on-one, his bag. He can shoot over these dudes. He's willing to be physical in the paint.
Yeah.
It's so easy, but I got to take AD 5 here. I can't believe you still. JT? Oh, my God.
Again, I have Steph. I have Bron. I'm not going to either. I'm going Devin Booker. I mean, one-on-one with the offensive gifts that this guy has. Are you kidding me? I'm going Devin Booker. He can do it all.
Yeah.
Except maybe defend.
Yeah. I like Book here. I don't have a problem with that pick. I don't think I would have taken him before I take this next guy, but I got to show love to the bigs once again. And this is a dude who's dynamic. So with the 7th pick, I'm going to take the guy out of Miami. Sorry, Boston fans, but I need Bam Adebayo. I think he has there's no one on this list that he can't guard. That's for sure. Me and you talked a little bit about this before, and his offense is the question mark, but I think he has a mid-range game that's good enough to get it done, so I'm taking him with 7.
Okay, if you're keeping score here, Anthony Davis, the Brow, and Bam Adebayo, both on Ante's team, which leaves Joel Embiid up for me to have, and I'm still not going to draft his big ass. Give me LeBron James.
Okay.
I mean, look, 6'9", 250, that is my big. Okay, Bron, go post up. If you get Steph Curry or Tyrese Halliburton on you or something, go post their little ass up. And then if it's somebody your own size like a Bam Adebayo, cook him, put him in a blender, go to the cup.
Yep.
But likely Bron at this age is just going to do that same old step back, the jab step back 3, which will drive me nuts. But I'll take Bron.
Yeah, if we were drafting this as like a team versus one-on-one, you can only have one player on the court, you know, type of situation. I like that pick. And with that in mind, I'm going to take the greatest point guard of all time. I got to take the greatest shooter because once he touches the ball, there's no question about us no one's getting the stop. So,
he's not missing.
Yeah, he's not missing.
He can't guard.
Yeah.
But he ain't missing no shots.
He's going to have a tough time guarding everybody on this list, but he's definitely scoring, and nobody's guarding him. So
it's almost like whoever has the ball first wins.
Yeah, so I'm taking Wardell, Stephen Curry.
I like it.
With the 9th pick.
So who's that leave? Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, Embiid, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Damn. I guess I'll take Joel Embiid.
Yes. He guesses he'll take him. He guesses he takes him.
He's so slow, dog. He's too slow.
I think you got a great player. I think he's in that Curry camp. I think he would have a tough time guarding everybody in this just because of like being out on the perimeter.
He'll post up whoever.
But he'll post up whoever and no one's stopping him. That's for sure. You get the ball.
Want, Drew or Tyrese?
I'm taking Drew. You know I'm not taking Tyrese. He's last. Duh. I want Drew Holiday. I really wish I could have taken him earlier. He's great. He's guarding a lot of the dudes here. You put the ball in front of him, he's taking it from you. But Halliburton, I watched him dribble the ball off of his foot twice when Drew Holiday looked at him. So if I'm comparing the two, I'm definitely taking Drew.
Why are you so hard on Tyrese Halliburton?
Tyrese sucks, bro. He has no bag. No wiggle. He shouldn't even be on this team if we're being honest. So I'm not trying to be a hater, but he should not be on Team USA.
Oh, man. Oh, God. That's hilarious. So who would you rather have here, Jaylen Brown than Tyrese?
If we're going point guards, I mean, there's a lot of people. I would have rather had Chris Paul to be the facilitator on this team as a winner.
You got to have a point, right?
Yeah, like if you want a point, like a facilitator, like I would have definitely rather had him.
Hell no. I'd rather have Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ante, thank you so much. And I'm sorry that poor Tyrese Halliburton had to catch strays here. We appreciate you, my man. We'll see you on the next Hold My Banner. I just want to go with this. Think about this. We're talking Team USA hoops. We got Summer League. We even got Big Three. We'll talk Big Three on here. We got WNBA. My point being, I mean, we have a summer filled with hoops. And then the next thing you know, it'll be training camp for the NBA time, getting ratcheted back up. So we have you covered here at Hold My Banner every single step of the way. If you love hoops, put us on. We're talking that talk. I've had a couple people tell me that their barbershop puts on Hold My Banner on YouTube and just lets them play. Thank you. We'll be here all summer long, giving you everything in basketball until the season rolls around again and we get another banner to hold. Hopefully, anyway. For all of our best content of the day, make sure you follow us. Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. For Travis Thomas and Ante Campbell, hold my banner until we hold it again next time. Peace out.